What's up, y'all? Trent Small, the chef, aka Red Specs. Y'all know what it is. Unscripted conversations every Wednesday, 7 p.m. And tonight I have a special guest tonight. AK Alpha Moon is in the building.
Baby.
Yeah, no doubt. Unscripted conversations. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode, as we all do. And as y'all know, I'm Red Specs.
And I'm AK Alpha Moon. Thank y'all for joining us.
No doubt.
I'm here. We about to get into this. So everyone, tune in, hit the chat, hit the subscribe button. We ready to go. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. So, AK.
Yeah, man.
Tonight we're talking about something that a lot of people have noticed over the years, right? All over.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to neighborhood communities?
Ooh.
Because I know when I was growing up, neighborhood was everything. It was everything.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we played outdoors, and it was this community thing.
Yeah,
at that
it was.
time.
It was.
There was a time when neighbors knew each other's. They knew each other's names, right? They even knew kids playing outside until the street lights came on. Because y'all know when the street lights come on, y'all bring your asses back in the house.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And people actually looked out for one another.
Mm-hmm.
So, AK,
yeah,
what's changed?
That's a tough one, man. And it's a great question. I think a lot has to do with technology.
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing with, this whole internet and AI, different things.
Right.
People got busy
Mm-hmm.
doing different things, along with the technology and all that. People just got busy, working, taking care of what they need to do. Or maybe it's like both of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's like both of them with a mix of something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So that at least that's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not here. I don't want to blame nobody for it or nothing like that.
Right.
Because you got to work, you get busy.
Right.
Internet thing, that's something totally different. You know what I mean? You got to manage that. But it's just a combination of a lot of different things, man.
Right. And we're here to have an honest conversation with you guys today. And as we do every week on Unscripted Conversations, we go through segments. So let's hit them. Segment one. Segment one. Do you know your neighbors? Do you know your neighbors?
Wow.
Okay. So let me ask you something. All right. How many people actually know the names of everyone on their street?
Wow. That's heavy. I put myself in this question. That's a good question. Because, just moved into the crib, bought the house and everything. And I got a nice neighbor. He moved in way after me.
Right.
And, he's always giving me his blow dry, his blower and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know his name.
Right.
And then also it's a language barrier too, because he doesn't really speak that much English and stuff like that.
Okay.
But we get along, but sometimes I don't remember his name. I don't know the people down the block.
Right.
And I just moved there.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, I just moved there.
Yeah, so like years ago, and you guys out there can help me. Your neighbors knew your parents. They knew your grandparents. And they probably even knew your dog or cat by name.
Yeah. That's such and such dog when you see the dog running around.
Yeah, exactly. But today, some people have lived next door to each other for years, and have never introduced themselves to each other.
Yeah, that's bad.
You know what I'm saying? For years.
That's bad. It's like, it's strange, because we're more connected online and have more thousands of like social media friends and stuff like that. But we barely even know our neighbors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We barely know the people that live next to us.
Right.
You
Right.
know what
Right.
I'm
A
saying?
few feet away. You
Yeah,
don't even know
feet
them.
away, you don't even know them.
But you know everybody online.
Everybody.
From name,
Yes.
what they do,
Hit them up.
their allergies to
Yeah.
medication and food.
Yes,
you
it's
know all of that
crazy,
stuff,
man.
but you don't know the people
It's
in your
crazy.
neighborhood that's a couple of feet from
Yeah,
you.
we got like thousands of followers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't even know our neighbors' names or anything like that. You know, you might know their face, but you don't conversate with them.
Exactly.
You know?
So I got a question for you guys. Let's get into the questions. Do you know your neighbors? Do you know your neighbors? I want y'all guys to put it in the comments. And also, have you ever had a conversation with them?
That's deep.
You may know who's across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Tony across the street, but
Yeah.
you never had a conversation with them. So put it down in the comments. Y'all know what to do. Segment two.
Hit them with it.
Back in the days. So back in
the days on the boulevard.
Yeah, back in the days is a whole different thing, because growing up, neighbors felt different. Your neighbors felt different. We rode our bikes all over the place, no problem.
The green machine.
Yeah, the green machine.
That's what the green machine.
With no problems, right? People sat in front of the houses and stuff like that on the porch or whatever, with no problems. Someone was always outside, always outside watching.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your parents wasn't home, because sometimes they'd be working or whatever the case may be, if your parents wasn't home, another adult in the neighborhood would keep an eye on you.
That's right.
Right? Always keep an eye on you, So
and that's true, because back then it was like the old saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child.
Facts.
So sometimes in those neighborhoods, that's how it was, man. That community was tight like that. If one of those neighbors see you doing something,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It was a problem. Or it could be they'll go to the older sibling, if you got siblings. So it took a village to raise a child. What happened?
Everybody knows everybody's business.
Oh yeah, everybody knew everybody's business back then. Because it was a community thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a community thing. It was love. You know what I'm saying? And it was nurtured. So and people didn't mind that much, because if the business didn't want to be out there, then it wouldn't have been told. Right. So it was more or less to make sure that your neighbor things was kept in check. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really being nosy like that, but it was making sure that it was checked. Yo, them kids, they know if their mother was home, they wouldn't be running around doing that. Mm-hmm. So they know. So it was a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So that's how I feel. And if you got in trouble,
right,
man, that was something else. Remember, you get in trouble.
There was always accountability there. Always accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, if you get in trouble, what happens?
You get in trouble, boy. If it's your neighbor, then your parent gonna know.
Yeah.
Before he or she even get home, because the neighbors, they're already telling them, you know what? Derek was out there fighting. Mm-hmm. Or that,
exactly.
And then that's what happens, man.
Yeah, it's just basically people looked out for each other, right? Like you said, even if someone was sick, right, neighbors brought you food, medication, whatever it is to help you out.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
If someone needed help shoveling the snow, the people in the neighborhood, they all pitched in and stuff like that. There was a stronger sense of community. Back then. Stronger sense of community back then, and it was well appreciated. Especially, I appreciate it. Most def. Segment 3. So what changed? What changed out there, people in the community? What changed? And why it's not the same?
Yeah, I mean, y'all can put it in the chat where y'all feel that, what changed. My personal opinion, what I feel changed or played a part in it, I should say, Respects, social media.
Right, okay.
People working like long hours at work is like, I.
Right.
They got to
right.
work, but I think it's like the long hours at work and the trust.
Mm.
Now, it might be some other things there too, but this is just what I see.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I that's what I see. And then it's the fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The fear, and I'll get into that a little bit later on, because the fear in communities could hinder a lot of people from being active in the community.
Right.
So
No doubt about that. No doubt about that, man. Or have our priorities change. Maybe our priorities change. Maybe, like you said.
Yeah, I think so. Because
it's not many people like deal with the community no more.
Exactly.
They doing other stuff. They like, listen,
yeah,
I
it's
ain't
not
got
their
time for
priority
that.
now.
I ain't got time for that. What was those people called that used to be downstairs in the lobby?
Oh, tenant patrol.
Tenant patrol.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that tenant patrol stuff. I ain't got time
They
for
don't want it. Yeah,
because they're doing other things.
Yep.
So people's priorities change.
Wow, that's deep. I don't even know if certain communities, projects even have tenant patrol anymore. Matter of fact, put that in the chat. If you're in a place where they got like tenant patrol, put it in the chat. Give them a shout out so we can big them up, man, because they need more of that.
Yeah.
And I believe I haven't seen or heard anything about tenant patrol in years.
And I think it's a combination of like everything you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of all us. People are busy.
Mm-hmm.
Families move more often. They don't stay in one certain spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has to do with the change in communities
Mm-hmm.
because the same people ain't there anymore. It's just it fluctuates.
Yeah.
And like you said, phones have replaced front porches pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's on the phone. Nobody sits outside anymore, hang out no more. And that goes back to your fear again.
Mm-hmm.
And entertainment moved indoors.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So you have cell phones along with video games or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So the entertainment is not outside no more.
Yeah.
There's nobody playing music outside no more. Dutch playing rope or whatever we was doing back in the days, right? They're not out there anymore.
Yep.
Everything is indoors.
Mm-hmm.
And the possibilities is only those two things.
Yeah.
Your cell phone or the video game. There's nothing else you could do in the house. What else they gonna do in the house?
Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's sad too. You know what I'm saying? And this is we're not blaming anyone. We're not blaming, like they like to say, old heads. We're not blaming YNs. We're saying we have to get our community back on track.
Mm-hmm.
And we start with the little thing. Plant the little seed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Plant the little seed. We can't go out there right away and do all of these things, extravagant things.
Right.
But plant the little seeds, like you see Mr. Charlie. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Charlie? So now Mr. Charlie can get to know who you are and see your face. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Especially like the younger generation, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's important.
And many people simply don't interact unless they have to. You know what I mean? Like I got a kid across the street. I know the parents, but the kid know me. He see me every morning, either sitting on my porch having my coffee, whatever, or he getting in his car. He won't say hello. He won't say, hey, Mr. Small, nothing like that. So he won't interact, probably unless he have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How
if I
old
go over there, he's like 17, maybe 18.
That's
you know what I mean?
So younger generation.
Younger generation, you know what I mean? So, I have some viewers' questions here tonight. Thank you guys for coming in. I see y'all in the comments. Whenever we get time, we're going to answer those. I got people in the background, the staff answering questions as you guys comment. If you want to comment later, when this segment is over, you can also do that. Go on YouTube, subscribe, and you can tap in your comments.
Yeah, make sure you put them comments in because, your comment might help someone else in their community because certain communities already have certain things, but it might help them.
Right.
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
it's always each one teach one type thing. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it can help somebody else out. So, you know, we need to do our part. Don't think that your part is so small that you can't, they ain't gonna pay to anything and everything can help. You know, any and
Facts.
everything.
I got another question for you guys. What's the biggest reason neighborhoods don't feel connected today? What's the biggest reason? Why do you think neighborhoods don't feel connected the way they used to? Drop it in the comments. Segment 4, safety and trust. Safety and trust.
That's a big thing.
Mm.
That's a big thing. You know, I mean, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Safety. We have a lot of our communities that are run down. There's not a lot of programs in there for younger adults,
Right.
right? Teenage adults. Does that make sense? When we came up, there was a lot of these different programs and there was funding for them. And I'm going to get a little bit on the political side because I think these things are needed to help develop the young youth, the younger adults, and even the adults that's in their 20s and stuff like that. These categories need these types of funding, these types of programs to help the community because it makes them feel like they're giving back. Like we had LaGuardia House, we had PAL, we had Upward Fund, we had Gauchos, we had all of these different things. Now they don't have these things.
Right, right.
You know, there's still a lot of football programs out there and basketball programs out there. But even more so now with the world the way it is and tech and all of that, and a lot of our young adults are into the tech thing. We need funding for these programs and we need these programs put into the communities so that way they can develop and move on and do positive things in the community. Excuse me. I think it's important.
Right.
You know, I think it's important. And then if you're talking about safety, some people are afraid to walk in their community because of all the violence and stuff that's going on. The senseless violence and stuff like, look what just happened at the basketball game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that, you know,
yes.
that makes people, I'm telling everybody, young and old, that makes people afraid to participate in the functions inside of our community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want, it could be daytime, it could be nighttime, if it's a crowd, if it's a basketball game, they don't want to be a part of that because of they fearful of things that might happen. It's dreadful for them.
Yeah. And I have to say, D, you know, I hate to say it, but it's our people.
Oh yes, for sure. We got to take ownership.
Our people
and responsibility in that.
Do some crazy things, man, and we got to stop it. You know, we have to stop it. You know, all these gangs and shooting each other and stuff like that, and you know, you're not taking any accountability. You know, these people.
No.
You know, and like the basketball incident that you was talking about before, like, you know, this needs to stop, people. It needs to stop. You know, this young man wasn't doing anything to anyone, okay? And the community, I don't want to hear nothing about Brooklyn and Harlem. Listen, it don't have nothing to do with that, okay? Nope. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with one idiot that chose to shoot this man in the head. I don't know what reason was about, okay? So it doesn't have nothing to do with Harlem. It has nothing to do with Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever it is. It's this one individual took it upon himself to do what he have to do.
And don't forget, there was 2 other innocent, all civilians.
Yeah, innocent bystanders got shot too.
That you know, these are, and I'm talking the street, these are civilians, man.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have been in that predicament at all. Just enjoying that.
Exactly.
And then all the other people that surround them, the hundreds of people that affected them. And this is what I'm talking about. You know, they didn't get shot or not, but now that fear is in them. not to go back to that community
that
function
community.
like that again.
Exactly.
Come on,
And
man.
this is why we don't have community things.
Yeah.
Because of this thing.
Yep.
And I don't want to hear nothing about nobody seeing what happened. Because it's a basketball game, and in a basketball game, it's thousands of people there. So
Yep.
there's no way this man just walk up to somebody, shoot him twice in the head, and nobody's seen it.
Yeah.
So stop all that shit about, oh, I don't rat on nobody, or I don't do this and I don't
These
do
are
that.
civilians, man. You got to.
What if it was your mother?
Yep.
What if it was your father?
Yep.
What if it was your relatives?
Yep.
You want somebody to come forth and say, yo, this guy did it, right? Yep. So open your fucking mouth and do it.
That's
and
right.
Stop being scared of whoever's around your neighborhood thinking they gangsters and all that. Once they know that the community and the people are going to start ratting on them or telling on them, they'll slow down the shit they're doing because they ain't going to be able to get away with the bullshit.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's senseless.
Yeah, people worry about the crime. Also privacy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, or simply they just don't know who to trust anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes to that.
I just want to know, you know, chat. I want to know from y'all, what do you think about this specific topic that we're talking about right now? You know, because it's very imperative that we straighten our communities out, because nobody else is going to do it for us.
It's crazy, man.
And we got to start with, like I said, with the little things. So drop it in the chat. Let us know your point of view on it. We're not here to judge nobody. We're here to let you know how we feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how we feel. So, you know, I mean, people might say it's judgment. I don't say it's judgment. I call it calling out what's right is right and wrong is wrong.
Exactly. But what I think, when neighbors don't know one another, also getting back into that, communities often become even more isolated.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when nobody knows anybody. I'm going about my business. I'm going to do this. Sometimes the first step forward to a safer neighborhood is to simply introduce yourself to somebody or talk to people in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That can change a lot of things. Segment 5, let's go along. Social media versus real communities. Social media versus real communities, right? Now, here's something I've been thinking about for quite some time now, that we know what happens across the world. You can get on the line, you can get on, you know, social media. You know what happens all around the world, from Iran to Venezuela to
everywhere,
right? You know all of that, but not what's happening across the street.
Facts. Yo, that's facts. That's facts. Yo, no, nothing that's going on across the street. And again, it ain't being nosy. It's kind of policing your community, knowing what's happening. You know, it could be negative or something positive. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, but you know what's going on over in Russia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In China, you know all of these different things, man. It's funny, and that is because social media has played a big part, and people feel like they don't got to move out of their house. All they got to do is hit that phone, hit that tablet, laptop, and you in a whole new place.
That's it. Technology has connected us all global, you know, while in some ways disconnected us.
Oh, facts.
Locally.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just crazy. We spend hours talking online over and over and over, but rarely spend 5 to 10 minutes just talking to the people that live
what's going on?
us.
Yeah, what's going on in the neighborhood?
Yeah,
they got something going on, you know what I mean? Wintertime, they got somewhere where they're gonna feed, you know, the homeless, and let's go over the community. You know?
I have another question. Has social media strengthened communities or weakened them? Drop that in the comments. Let me say that again. Has social media strengthen communities or weaken them? Drop it in the comments.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
In some aspects, yes, and in some aspects, no. I say it's like 60-40,
Mhm,
60-40 type thing.
Segment 6. What can we do about this, AK? What can we do about this? Because the good news is communities can be rebuilt. Maybe it's as simple as saying, like I said before, hello, checking on your elderly neighbors, supporting these local businesses, because, a lot of businesses, need help.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Attending to community events, volunteering, etc. We can go on and on. We can go on and on.
It's like the saying goes, the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. That, for me, that goes to same as the community.
Right.
Because like you were saying, you see somebody going to work in the morning and that person lives in your building around your area, and you see that person all the time.
Every day.
How you doing? How you doing? Have a good day. Have a good day. Then the next thing you know, hey, what's going on in the community today? Where I can find. That's building. That's planting that seed, that little deed that's going to follow through. It's not going to happen overnight. But again, the only one that's going to do that is us.
Yeah.
And who better knows the community than the people that live in it? You know what I'm saying? Than the people that live in it. It's crazy, man.
And like I said before, just looking out for each other. Looking out for each other. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's part of getting that community in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not by accident that these things happen in the communities. I believe it's designed this way.
Right.
Like I said, we used to have PAL, we used to have all of these different things, and one conversation at a time can stir up a whole big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You just got to be proactive in your community with the littlest thing.
And a lot of people aren't. That's the whole thing too,
And some people are nervous, they scared, they timid. They don't want to say a kind gesture, because they fear somebody's going to say, "But why are you saying to me?"
Take it the wrong way.
Yes, take it the wrong way.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah,
why are you talking
humble
to my wife like that? Or what?
Yeah, like no, it's like this is what we have to do to police ourselves, to help ourselves grow and build. Just plant those small seeds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Plant those small seeds.
And thanks everybody for coming in. I see y'all coming in. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. We appreciate it. Our final thoughts here on Unscripted Conversations. So maybe neighborhood communities haven't disappeared at all. Maybe they haven't disappeared at all.
Just in hibernation.
Hibernation. Yeah. Maybe they're waiting for someone to bring them back. Like a Clark Kent superhero or something. You know what I mean? To bring that community back, because some community gets so isolated and alone. There's nobody there to come inside and help things out, man, because it's so,
find out who your community activist is, just bringing it. Those are the type of people that you want to get to know.
Right.
In the community activists, because they have a lot of different little jewels that's going on that you could partake in and do some different things, instead of just, why the community hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? Why we ain't do? We all have to do our part.
Right. Instead of asking, why it haven't changed. Yeah. And change starts with us.
Facts.
Learning your neighbors' names. Wave when you see somebody, man.
Yeah, because that wave starts to wave like, "Hi, Mr. Johnson." But that wave can start a wave throughout the community. You follow me?
Facts.
That wave can start a wave throughout the whole community.
I got you. Yeah. Support each other. Like I said, small actions always create stronger communities.
Yeah, that's what I
right?
said. The small little deeds,
Yeah,
man.
those small little deeds you was talking about. So I have some viewers' questions before we go tonight. Let's get into it. Our first one is, what do you miss most about your neighborhood growing up? What do you miss the most? Because I got 1,000
Yeah,
things.
I gotta put
I know
back, yeah.
AK got 1,000
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
You know, so what do you miss most about your neighborhoods that you grew up in? Also, do you know your neighbors today? Because I know a lot of them leave, some come back, new neighbors come. So do you know your neighbors today? Put it down in the chat. Also, what would help rebuild a stronger community?
I gave y'all a little hint earlier.
What will help rebuild a stronger community today? Okay, put it down in the comments. And also, has technology brought us closer together or farther apart? Drop that also. And also, which one thing you do this week connects to someone in your neighborhood?
I like that.
Yeah. Do one thing in this week.
And put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Do one thing in your community. Put it in the chat. I helped Mr. Johnson.
To your neighbor,
Yeah. To your neighbor, I helped Mr. Johnson bring his bags up. Remember, it don't got to be nothing big, something small. We start out small. We plant the seed and watch it grow.
Right.
That's what it is.
No doubt. So we'd love to hear your stories. Okay, just y'all know what to do. I don't even know how to, drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed today's conversations with Red Specs, AK Alpha Moon, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone that needs to hear it.
Don't forget to tell them about the project, about the documentary.
Yes. Also, AK Alpha Moon and myself, we're doing a documentary for our EMS workers.
Yes.
EMTs, paramedics, been working a long time and not getting paid parity and not getting the respect they deserve as EMTs and paramedics.
And this goes right back to community.
Yes.
Because a lot of them are leaving in droves. And once this stuff starts happening because of the pay parity and different things, there won't be anyone when they get those 911 calls to come respond to your grandmother or respond in a timely manner. When you see the documentary, you're going to hear the stories of these paramedics, these EMTs. You're going to hear the statistics of how long right now it's taking for them to respond. This is going to drop down. This is very, very imperative that y'all support this documentary, watch it, click onto the link, and let's make a difference.
Yeah, this documentary is called New York City EMS, The Forgotten Front Line.
Yes.
So they've been through COVID, depression, everything else, and still out there trying to do the best they can with what they have. But at the same time, they have to feed their families.
It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's going to blow your mind when you hear what's been going on in their world. Because we don't see it through their lens. We only see it when we call in and they come in to pick us up and put us in the bus, the ambulance. We get a chance now to see it through their lens. So, and also the soundtrack is incredible.
Right. We got a soundtrack coming soon. First off, the original soundtrack will be on video, be coming up soon.
Yes.
Only way you can see it, if you're a subscriber and you subscribe to our channel, Food for Thought, that's the only way you can see this video. It won't be on Facebook. It won't be nowhere else. This is the only way you can see it. So if you don't subscribe to this channel, you won't be able to see the upcoming original soundtrack
you want to see this,
video.
Trust me. We put our heart and soul into this project, so I mean, and I think it's something that we really, as a community, as a nation, as a city, really need to look into this.
Yeah. So until next time, I'm Red Specs, baby.
And I'm AK Alpha Moon.
Yes, right. And together, we'll see you on the next Unscripted Conversations next week. Peace.
Peace.